Hello, storytellers and game masters. I'm Dr. Ben, and you're tuned into RPG PhD, your guide to mastering the art of role-playing games. Today, we're diving into the thrilling aspect of storytelling, the art of the twist. How can you keep your players on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating what's next? Let's unravel the secrets of crafting twists that will leave your players stunned and delighted. First, let's define what we mean by twist. A twist is an unexpected shift in the direction or outcome of the story. It's that I did not see that coming moment that redefines how players perceive the narrative. But a great twist isn't just a shock for shock's sake, it should feel surprising yet inevitable in hindsight. A successful twist adds depth to your story and characters, challenging both the players' and characters' expectations. It's about taking the narrative one way and then suddenly veering off in a direction that, while unexpected, still fits perfectly within the story's framework. A twist at its core is about subverting expectations. It's that moment where everything changes and what was believed to be true is turned on its head. Think of it as a puzzle piece that players didn't even know was missing until it clicks into place, reshaping their understanding of the narrative. Now let's look at some examples. In The Empire Strikes Back, the revelation of Luke's parentage is a classic twist. It was shocking, yet it fit perfectly within the established narrative. In RPGs, a similar twist could involve the true lineage of a character, which redefines their role in your story. Or consider a scenario where the party's benefactor, who's been guiding them, is revealed to be the antagonist. This not only shocks, but forces players to reevaluate their actions and decisions up to that point. It challenges their trust and changes their objectives, adding a new layer of complexity to their journey. Setting up a twist is a delicate balancing act. You want to lay the groundwork without giving the game away. A well-executed setup is key to making your twist impactful and believable. The art of foreshadowing is your best tool here. It's about leaving breadcrumbs, hints that when the twist is revealed, make players think, "Of course! How did I not see that coming?" But remember, subtlety is key. Your clues should be intriguing enough to catch attention without revealing too much. Let's break down effective foreshadowing techniques. One method is the Chekhov's gun principle. Introduce an element early in your story that seems minor but is crucial to the twist. It could be an offhand comment, a mysterious item, or an unexplained behavior of a character. Another approach is using symbolic foreshadowing. This can be through recurring motifs, dreams, or even colors associated with key elements of the twist. For example, if your twist involves a betrayal by a royal, you might frequently describe the opulence and deceitful nature of the court in passing. There's also dialogue foreshadowing. This technique involves using dialogue between characters to hint at future events. Through carefully crafted conversations, GMs can drop subtle hints and clues that foreshadow what is to come. For instance, a character mentions a recurring dream that mirrors a crucial event later in the story. Let's talk about misdirection. This is where you intentionally lead players down a false path. It's like a magician's trick. While everyone's eyes are on one hand, the other hand is preparing the surprise. Create compelling side stories or emphasize certain plot points that draw attention away from the real twist. Here's an example. Perhaps your players are investigating a series of thefts focused on finding the thief, but the real twist is that the thefts are a cover-up for a political coup. The key is to make the red herrings as engaging as the main plot. Consistency is also crucial. Your clues should align with the world and characters you've created. An out-of-place hint can feel jarring and take players out of the experience. Keep notes of the clues you've planted to ensure they come together cohesively in the end. You're weaving a tapestry where every thread, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture. It's about guiding your players through the story, building anticipation, and then flipping their expectations upside down in a satisfying and logical way. There are various types of twists you can employ. Let's start with the identity twist. This involves a surprise reveal about a character's identity. Think along the lines of a player discovering their ally is actually a spy for the enemy. Such twists can create deep emotional impacts and lead to interesting character development. The motive twist changes our understanding of a character's actions. A character who seemed to be helping the party for altruistic reasons might actually have a hidden agenda. This twist challenges players to reevaluate their relationships and alliances within the game. Then there's the perception twist. This changes how characters perceive their world. Imagine a campaign where the players eventually discover they are characters in a simulated reality. It's a twist that can open up a multitude of philosophical and ethical questions. The fate twist involves altering a character's perceived destiny. A prophecy that players have been striving to fulfill might turn out to be false or have a completely different meaning. This twist can be a powerful tool for exploring themes of free will and destiny. Another effective twist is the false goal, where players believe they are working towards one objective only to discover that their actions have unknowingly contributed to an entirely different outcome. This can lead to dramatic shifts in the campaign's direction and challenges the players to adapt to the new reality. And don't forget the genre twist, where the story shifts into a different genre unexpectedly. A fantasy campaign might suddenly incorporate elements of sci-fi, radically changing the campaign's dynamics and player expectations. There's also the shock twist. This is a dramatic, often jaw-dropping moment that fundamentally changes the game's direction or player perception. It's the sort of twist that leads to gasps around the table. However, the effectiveness of a shock twist lies in its setup. It should never feel like a random event. Rather, it should be the unexpected but logical outcome of a trail of subtle clues and narrative breadcrumbs that you've left along the way. When selecting the type of twist for your campaign, consider how it aligns with your story's themes and your players' engagement. Understanding the different types of twists and how to effectively implement them can dramatically enhance your storytelling. It's about crafting moments that are not just shocking, but meaningful and transformative for your campaign. When crafting your twist, first consider the point of revelation. This is the moment when you unveil the twist. It's crucial to time this right. Generally, the best moments are during climactic scenes or at critical turning points in the campaign. However, an early twist can also serve to set the tone and raise the stakes right from the beginning. Timing is important, as this is where the magic happens, where all of your careful planning and foreshadowing come to fruition. Reveal it too early, and you lose the build-up. Too late, and it might feel disconnected. The midpoint or climax of your campaign is often the sweet spot for maximum impact. Also, consider the emotional impact of the twist. Does it challenge the character's morals or force them to make tough decisions? The best twists are those that resonate emotionally with your players, adding depth and complexity to the narrative. Let's talk about believability. Your twist should stretch the imagination, but not credulity. It needs to be grounded in the world and characters you've created. If the twist feels like it's coming out of nowhere, it risks alienating your players. Ensure that it aligns with the established facts of your campaign. Integration is key. The twist should feel like a natural part of the story's evolution, not just a sudden diversion. It needs to fit within the narrative's broader context and themes. This is where all your prior foreshadowing pays off, as the twist will resonate more deeply if it connects to earlier plot points or character development. Remember, the aftermath of the twist is as important as the twist itself. How do characters react? What are the new challenges or opportunities this creates? This follow-through is where the twist truly becomes part of your story's fabric. The key to these twists is not just in their shock value, but in how they expand and enrich the story. A well-crafted twist doesn't just change the direction of the narrative, it deepens the player's engagement with the game world and the characters they inhabit. Crafting a twist involves careful consideration of timing, believability, emotional impact, and integration into your overall narrative. While twists can be powerful, there are pitfalls to avoid. First, don't rely on twists too heavily. If every session has a twist, they lose their impact. Secondly, avoid twists that feel cheap or unearned. They should evolve naturally from the story and character development. Lastly, be mindful of your players' experiences. A twist should enhance their enjoyment, not detract from it. It's about creating a memorable and engaging story, not just shocking your players. So avoid the unearned twist. This happens when a twist comes out of nowhere with no build-up or foreshadowing. It can feel jarring and disorienting, leaving players more confused than excited. To avoid this, ensure your twist is rooted in the narrative and clues are sprinkled throughout the story. Next is the risk of the contrived twist. A twist should feel organic, not like it's been shoehorned in for the sake of surprise. Avoid making twists overly complex or reliant on improbable coincidences. Your twist should emerge naturally from the character's actions and the world's logic. Another common issue is the impactless twist. A great twist should have consequences and impact the story's direction. If nothing changes as a result of the twist, it can feel anticlimactic. Ensure that your twist alters the character's understanding, goals, or relationships in a meaningful way. Also, beware of the twist overload. While it might be tempting to pack your campaign with multiple twists, this can lead to fatigue. A story with too many twists can become confusing and exhausting, diminishing the impact of each individual twist. Finally, consider the player experience. Remember, the ultimate goal is to enhance the enjoyment of your players. A twist that frustrates or alienates players, even if it's clever, is not effective. Always consider how a twist will affect the player experience. Avoiding these pitfalls requires a balance between surprise and coherence, impact and believability, excitement and player satisfaction. Your twist should add depth and excitement to your story, not detract from it. Crafting a successful twist is a skill that takes time to hone, but with careful planning and consideration of these pitfalls, you can create moments in your RPG campaigns that are both shocking, satisfying, and will be talked about long after the campaign is over. Mastering the art of the twist in RPG storytelling can transform your campaigns into unforgettable experiences. It's about surprising your players in a way that's exciting and meaningful. As you craft your next campaign, think about how you can incorporate twists that enhance your narrative and captivate your players. Have you ever experienced a game-changing twist in your RPG sessions? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips and tricks to elevate your RPG campaigns, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to RPG PhD. Till next time, keep those stories twisting and turning. Thanks for watching. See you next time.